Hi everyone, Jamie O'Dell here, aka Jimpster, and you're here with me in Essex in my studio to get a little glimpse into the album Birdhouse.
Far away from home, no rain to make me whole. We're fading. So unfortunate you try to fix the love I push away. I don't feel the same, and I thought I'd make sure you're alright.
Well, yeah, I mean, I always try and approach the tracks from getting one or two sort of strong hooks, apart from the vocal, strong samples that the ear sort of latches onto. And before I start any album project, it's the same with my sort of more dance floor stuff, I spend a lot of time just choosing the samples, getting the vibe right, what's going to sit together nicely. And normally that dictates the direction of the track as well, right? You know, some people might sort of sit down and get chords together, and that might inform the sort of the vibe of the track. But I normally just get a whole bunch of samples together, sort of building a picture out of those samples. That's what I wanted to get back to, because that's the thing of going back to where I started and my roots, really. It's not so much what you've learned, but it's the fact that it's probably something that I've been conscious to go back to sort of my mindset, or not just the mindset, but the limitations that I had with the equipment back then.
Yeah.
So that album was actually done on the FIS 3000, which is still over there, but it doesn't get used anymore. And that had something like 20 seconds of sampling time in it. You had to create everything. And we you know, that was kind of, we had sequencing, but we didn't have hard disk recording at that point. It wasn't affordable. So you're still using the sampler, and that was what I wanted to get back to, the idea that you're trying to create tracks with limitations. Because I've been through kind of processes in the last couple of albums where you can just, it's so easy to keep layering up stuff. You still got to get the layers of texture in there to give it some depth, but just deliberately limiting yourself with the amount of samples that you're trying to use and stripping things back is something that I tried to get back to. And that's what I had on Messages from the Hub. It's just that kind of sort of minimalism, but being still having the luxury to be able to add like vocals and full stuff when you need it. I guess as with all sampling, you don't really want to be sampling something without changing it and lifting it in your own way. So I always try and avoid sample CDs, you know, for the same fact that everybody else has got access to the same stuff. I do try and dig a little bit for my samples, so try and get them, you know, mostly from my own record collection. Although I'm kind of sort of getting to the point where I just know everything in my own collection now, and I don't tend to go digging as much as I used to. So I check other sources as well now. And once I've found some sounds that I think are interesting to me, and that will be it. Well, it could be a drum break or a little percussion break, which quite often I kind of hear a rhythm and I might think, well, how does that sound at half speed, or how will that sound at a completely different tempo? It's not here at the moment, but I've actually got a Vestax, the PDX 2000, which is a deck that you can speed, pitch it way down, which is brilliant for plus minus 50%, I think. So way more than a Technics. And that was a really nice deck to have for when you're sampling off vinyl. It's good quality as well, so it sounds really nice, and it enables you to sort of try out samples in real time along with your track before committing them into the computer and then manipulating. But once they're in the machine, it's just a case of chopping like anybody does. The MPC's been really cool for that. And then in terms of processing, I love the sound that you get from sampling vinyl compared to just if you lift stuff off a CD, because it's the artifacts that you want. So it's the crackle if it's coming off vinyl, or the low hum. And I find that quite often once I've sampled something off vinyl, I might really boost the high frequencies of that sample to bring out those the noise basically. I haven't got a good system, to be honest, and sometimes that can be a right pain when you just think, right, this is what I need quickly and easily, sort of over here, and it's not all plumbed in. I've not got patch bay and stuff.
Yeah.
But also it can sort of it can push you in a certain direction as well. So sometimes, you know, just having a break where you actually have to patch everything in. It's always nice to break out of the box. I mean, I have been just using Logic religiously for years and years now, and I'm quite happy in the box. But when it comes to an album project, you want to push yourself a little bit. You want to try some different stuff.
Yeah.
So that's where the hardware comes in. And I mean, it's not like I've got banks and banks of keyboards. So yeah, simple but effective. And yeah, that's why I like it. Classic.